Chelsea may have beaten Crystal Palace to bounce back immediately from a Christmas Day defeat to Wolves, but Mauricio Pochettino is still under immense pressure. The Blues boss was left without 11 players for the clash on Wednesday, turning to the youngest ever team put out in a Premier League game by the club, and this win has eased some, but not all of the questions around his management, having found himself on extremely rocky ground, with the fans following defeat to Everton earlier in the month. Chelsea have now won their last 4 home games in all competitions, and are stringing together results at Stamford Bridge in the League too. The away form promises to make this all moot, though with 4 losses in a row now outside of London for Pochettino, it leaves him sat 10th in the league, halfway through what has proven to be a challenging first season in charge. Balancing a mountain of injuries, a young squad thrown together and toxicity bubbling under the surface, he has failed to win those over that were doubtful of his appointment in the first place. The club remain committed to backing the 51-year-old, though, and have plans to support his plans in the transfer window next month. Despite such major turnover in terms of players and staff across the past 18 months, contributing to the general downfall and lack of foundation to build from, Football.London understands that the new-look recruitment team are gearing up for some more additions to the squad. Dean Saunders believes that Pochettino is still fighting for his job, though ahead of the January window. They've gone a different route, haven't they? They've gone to sign young players hoping to bring them on, he said on TalkSport. That 3 points, what that does for Pochettino is that gives him another 2 weeks. Former Tottenham man Jamie O'Hara disagrees, though, not seeing the immediate worry for Pochettino. "I don't think he's under pressure," he responded. Saunders continued. "If they'd have lost last night then he would have been. Chelsea can't be 10th in the league when you've spent £1 billion. They're not going to accept it, the owners or the fans, so every time he gets 3 points, it gives him another 2 weeks to work on the training pitch with Mudryk and people like that. Getting them and knocking them into shape. Like you said, I'm not sure whether the centre forward is good enough to play for Chelsea. They really need another striker." O'Hara certainly does agree on this though, especially after Nicolas Jackson's glaring late miss nearly proved massively costly. "And then they need to spend even more," he mused. "I speak to Jason Cundy about it all the time, and he's like, we've got to spend more money, and as bad as it sounds, because they've spent an awful lot of money, but they do ! They actually do, because they haven't got a striker that's going to get you 20, 30 goals a season, and they need a goalkeeper because they've got players playing in goal that you're like, they're not good enough, nowhere near good enough." Saunders finished. Have they replaced Antonio Rudiger? I don't think so. At the back in the middle of defense you've got Thiago Silva, what's he, 39? He's on his last legs, so there's a bit of surgery needed. Again, keep getting 3 points, and it gives you another 2 weeks to work with the players. It does, it gives you 2 weeks to sort the shambles out. He knows. Don't think he doesn't know it's a shambles. He'll know, Poch, but it takes time to put it right. Pochettino for now is on safe ground, but will find himself under increasing scrutiny should Chelsea's fortunes not turn round in the second half of the season. He enters 2024 knowing that come the summer there will be just 12 months left on his original deal, plus the option to have that extended until 2026. For now, that looks a long way off, and there's a lot of wins and fortnights to get before it can be fully planned.